But now that you've both you've made it, you're out there, you're doing fantastic and everything. Do you think about investing with all of like the money that you're making now, the opportunities that are coming up? Do you think about the future still, investing and getting into property? I remember you saying earlier and different things like this.
Yeah, well, it's a minefield, isn't it? Because I haven't paid into a pension for years. I've obviously been self-employed since I was 18, and now I'm nearly 35. And when I was in the Western shows, I had pension schemes or whatever.
Yeah.
Now I don't, so I worry about that.
Yeah.
Trying to get my head around being a limited company, I'm like, don't understand it. VAT, and also like I'm lucky enough to own a house already with my boyfriend for about 5 or 6 years. We've owned it, but I would like to invest in property or like stuff like that. But I don't understand
where to begin.
Not only what I'm doing now, but like where to go forward. So
No, I think it's really interesting. Like the simple thing, like the VAT, and then understanding what your corporation tax is, and then taking it out of your company, put it in your personal, and getting taxed again on that, and what you can put through the company. Kind of there's some grey areas. You can get away with something.
I mean, just before going on to like the houses and stuff, what you're saying after, I feel like we should be taught these things slightly in school. I feel like
oh my God,
coming on to the end of year 11, or if you're in sixth form,
it's so beneficial.
Them ages that you're about to start your life.
But do you know what? I remember like literally finishing drama school, becoming like self-employed, and then being like, "Oh, you got to do a tax return." I was like, "What?" Like,
I know. No one ever told me.
What is
like,
this? Yeah.
I have to claim like VAT, and I'm like, no one has ever told us this.
National
no one has
insurance.
Literally, it's like one thing
It's
after
like,
another.
at school, I learnt about the American West and stuff, and I'm like, why did I need to learn about Buffalo? When I lived in the
production of
UK,
Oklahoma.
well, luckily, no, I never did Oklahoma.
Battle of Hastings in 1066.
But it would be good to understand. In my GCSEs, I did business studies for a year before I moved school, and I actually really enjoyed it. But again, I didn't learn anything from it.
I think it's I think it's as simple as the people just need to teach you what tax is, how to get your national insurance number, how to pay a
What's
bill.
a pay slip broken down into? Like
How to write your own pay slip. Simple things like that, I think.
I think you're about an invoice, Kurt.
So true.
Exactly, an invoice.
Oh my God, but even doing invoices, I remember literally like when I first started working as a queen, and it was like, right, now I've got to like do invoices. I remember they were like, can you do like a PDF and it's got to have this and this and this. I was just like on Word, like you owe me.
We should learn. I mean, I don't know if they learn how to use their Excel sheets because they're just like something else.
Don't even. That's rocket science.
Not a clue.
That's next level.
I don't even like trying to get the box even to write in the box. I'm like, how do you do it? How many clicks?
Thinking, how do I fit all my writing in that small box?
Yeah, me too. It's a nightmare. But yeah,
That tracks me. I can see Curtis sat at home on laptop getting frustrated. Why is the box not getting bigger?
Why is it only fit in one word in?
but then when I was at school, we had like basic PCs and everything was like, all the dial-up. So maybe it is better nowadays. I don't know. Do you know?
No,
Well, I
absolutely.
mean,
When it comes down to the education
not
side,
really
of,
an
like,
education.
VAT and corporation tax, and
I think-
understanding your different tax brackets, which change every year these
Yeah.
days. But no, it's not talked about, and
Never.
it's one thing that we want to do a lot more education side. Just simple things. I say it's simple because it is simple once you understand it. But if you never taught something, you
don't even
it's
know
not
where to
gonna
start.
be.
Yeah, true.
Literally a mind.
It's just a life skill that everyone should know.
I think, and
Much
I think
like being able to check yourself health-wise. Like you don't get get taught that either.
amen. to
Speaking
that,
about
yes,
what you spoke about with the charities, and we were doing randomly lawnmower racing at the weekend.
Oh, gorgeous.
Yes.
But the thing was, it was
Ride-on ones.
Yeah, ride-on.
I used to do that in my
Yeah.
garden.
Wow.
We used to have
Awesome.
2 of them in my garden, like where I grew up, and we used to race. I mean,
It was
wasn't
insane.
that much.
And they tweaked them, so you're like 35 miles an hour down the
You
straight.
daredevil.
crazy.
Anyway, it was all
Crazy girl. Crazy.
the point of the conversation
Yes,
was
carry on.
it was all for prostate cancer, and it was talking about how to check yourself and like. But when we do more and more things with different charities, whether it be for ourselves, we're doing a lot with mental health charities at the minute. Like you talk about it as though like when you're talking, you're also learning at the same time,
Yeah.
and that's one thing that's very rewarding to use our platforms to educate others. But at the same time, you're continuously educating yourself about these kind of scenarios that you kind of think, well, that's not going to affect me. Like that, I'm not going to be in that situation. And then you realize, well, actually, unfortunately, you are in that situation,
Yeah.
or somebody that's in your
Someone
close
you know.
circle is in that situation, which is scary.
I think they should bring a lot more education and all of these things in school, do with finance, do with checking yourself, men, women, for everything really.
Absolutely.
I think
Oh
there's a
my
whole
God.
missed element of
But
things that
also,
go on.
sorry, just going back to like the school thing, I remember like as a queer person, we were taught nothing about like sex in school, like literally.
But that's
nothing.
because of Section 28, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that wasn't even there when I was at school.
Are you
But it
sure?
was still like the back end of
Are you
it.
sure it wasn't?
What would
You're
you
not
go
much
out?
Wait,
younger
how
than
old are
me.
you, Kate?
31.
And I'm nearly 35. I can't remember when it ended,
Didn't
but
end
it
in
was
2005.
don't
Because
know.
all I got taught in school was
You
how
would
to
have
get a
been
girl
at school still.
pregnant. And that's not been very useful to me.
no.
Many people have tried to get me pregnant, not successfully so far.
Yeah, there was no. I mean, because of Section 28, which
Yeah.
would have impacted most of your
Yeah, of
school.
course.
There was no mention of any gay relationships, no LGBTQ plus, like there should be now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I went through school not even knowing what gay was. I just thought it was
Yeah.
wrong. Shouldn't do it. Gross. I
To be
still
fair,
agree with it.
I still agree with that.
But come slightly on what maybe a bit personal, but like, how do your families, like when you said, okay, like a couple of years ago, I'm going to be a drag queen now, and I'm suddenly going to be on TV, and how did your friends and family take that? Like,
I mean, my family didn't care at all. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've done a job where I've been dressed as a pig, like walking through London, and they're like, cool.
Lovely parents.
My friends, I didn't tell anyone that I was going on it. I kept it secret, but then my best friend sort of found out via online. What was it? Like Reddit and all that shit. And then they were just really excited. So yeah.
Yeah,
was
like
easy.
literally, I remember when I told my mum, I was like, I'm going to do this like drag gig. My mum was like, that makes sense. Like literally not a shock at all. But I was like, from like day dot, I was there like in like a little Tinkerbell
Oh, I don't know
costume.
what
like
you're on about,
my
Kate.
older brother had like a Peter
Gay.
Pan costume, and I used to just take the top part and not put the trousers on, show off the pins, you know, age 4. But I'd be like, now I'm Tinkerbell. It's like, this is not a surprise at all.
I
We ended
retract
up
that
cross-dressing.
I retract that because you said you were 4. That's gross.
Oh my god. Cancelled.
Okay, actually, funny enough, you just said cancelled and cancel culture. Do you ever worry about in your scenarios, like, say you're at a gig,
Great question.
like you're going to a live gig, and like, if I want to go to a comedy show, like, I'm prepared to be insulted.
But you
and-
can't say. You
But
can't
these
in
days, I feel like you'd go to everything's removed from the internet, even from Little Britain and different
Yeah.
things. Some things I agree with, some things I don't agree with. But the comedy side of your act, would you class it and the comedy side of being able to be like, say as it is, like, or do you want people to sign a waiver when they walk in and be like,
Are you
prepared to be
afraid
insulted?
of what you're saying?
I think people, when they come to a drag show, they sort of know, like, right, okay, well,
yeah, they should do anyway.
I've seen what could happen.
Well, they soon realise.
Yeah, literally. But then also, there is like a million different types of drag. Not every type of drag queen is the same. They don't do the
Yeah.
same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
So you get
yeah.
some that do like Disney princessy, like, and they do their little like
gorgeous.
reading to children and
No.
stuff. And that's not a bit of me. That's not why
No.
I started drag. But people do that and they love it. But then it's like you get other queens that are doing like burlesque and setting themselves on fire, and it's like, I'm not doing that either. I'll just park and bark. I'll stand on a stage and I'll
Yeah.
talk.
One of my favourite things is audience interaction. And
Yeah.
I think it is good to just let
Never
whatever's
know
in
what
your
you're
head
gonna
come
get.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they should expect it. If they've watched Drag Race, like if they would have watched us doing that reading comedy, what was it called? The roast thing.
Oh, the roast.
which is
yeah.
basically offending everyone in the audience.
Everyone.
I've never had any problems with it. I think we have to be more. I find that I have to be more careful online because I think there's a differentiation
Context
of
very different.
being
Yeah.
a drag queen online and being a drag queen in real life. That you can't be as cutting online.
People
'Cause it's
read
much
words
easier.
differently than you say.
Yeah,
it.
it's like in a performance scenario,
It doesn't
you can
roll
be
over
like,
so well into black
oh,
and
you
white.
got a berry on, you know, you look French, you know, like,
She's xenophobic.
yeah. Whereas online, you if you write something, it's there forever, and people can take
And
it
you
the
don't
wrong
know
way.
how people are going to take it like out of context and everything.
So it's a weird
I think it's
one.
like you're obviously aware. Like I know, like if you're doing a show, it's like you might think something, you're like, oh, maybe don't say that.
But it's
maybe
taste levels as well. And
Yeah.
I think we're pretty good at not going too far. to offend
You're
somebody.
right on
Yeah.
the line, you guys.
Yeah, you
It's
have
like,
to- you have to
you
get it
dance
right.
on the line. You don't step over the line.
Yeah.
Let's just remind what we said. So when we choreographed the final of series 1, and
Yeah.
I've just said
was
it's
great.
great.
It was
I've used
great
the word
fun, to be
guys
fair.
because I say in northern terms.
Oh, yeah.
So I say like guys as in like
I say guys as women and men.
guys, women,
Same.
men.
Group
I
of
just say
people.
guys.
Yeah.
And I had in ears, and he said, "Can you just do the thank you again and send them
But
off?"
don't say guys.
And I didn't. He didn't say. I did it 3 times, and he
Kept
and he
going.
didn't say it. And then I came off and realized what he
Yeah, what
afterwards.
he
I was like,
wanted.
because obviously he's American, we're English, I'm Northern, he's wherever he's from.
Guy
Like,
and girl. Yeah.
for
Yeah.
me, guys, it's a term
Yeah.
of like a group, and I remember it come back. But he was obviously too nervous to say the word. You can't say guys or you can't say girls.
Yeah,
or you can't,
yeah.
It was just refused to say anything online. I just do it again. But I'd say the exact same thing because I'm just that sort of person that will do it the
Yeah, the
identical
exact
every
same.
time.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
my
should have
God.
just said, and then you could have just done it differently.
Yeah, I was like, just tell me,
Yeah.
guys.
But also, at the same
Guys.
time, I call everyone girl. I'm like, come on, girls. And like the amount of times I've said like my brothers, and they're like, I'm a boy. It's like, I know, but
Yeah.
it's like saying like mate, like, oh,
Yeah.
hun, like,
Come on, chaps.
come on, lads, shall we go?
Right, chaps, let's get on with it. Hip hop.
Just before you go anywhere, we just want to say thank you very much to listen to Freedom Impact Trust. We love your reviews, so please do leave them because it helps other people find us, doesn't it, Curtis?
Yes, it does. As AJ said, comment, like, subscribe, share it with a friend, share it with the entire world. Let everybody know that this is the podcast that you guys are listening to. And jot down some comments of any financial advice that you want or any questions. We'll be happy to answer all of them at the best of our knowledge. Thanks again for listening, guys. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we love you all.
Yeah, we just want to thank our sponsors, FINT, the financial investment app, where you can invest from as little as £50 a month. Yes, Curtis, £50 a month. So easy.
I like it. And don't forget that it's all within 3 portfolios. Simplicity. It's easy. Get investing, guys.
Have a great day.
See you later.